Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Let's get to the story. It got interrupted, so I'm re-recording it. Yay! It's just been that kind of day. Spilled coffee, floods yesterday, all sorts of stuff. But seeing it for what it is, there's always some kind of lightness or brightness. So I'll go back to how I started. You got the Eight of Wands, and this is about striving. You are going towards your goals. You are grasping that golden link, that brass ring. Like, oh, I used to go to a carousel, and you could grab these little rings off this thing, and then throw them into the clown's mouth as you went around. So this is like, doing something, but continuing your momentum, continuing your speed towards it. And you will grasp it. You will reach it. Just keep following that passion. Keep moving forward. Give it the same kind of energy. Because as soon as you get it, don't slow down. I'm not saying don't rest. This is also a fun energy. This is about really following your passions. But making sure that just because you reach it, grab it, get hold of it, that you don't then go, okay, I've gotten what I want. That's just the first part. That striving, that passion needs to be used now in a more organized way, fueling you, putting everything in order, creating what you want. So I kind of feel this energy of you're like, oh, I want this goal. I want this degree. I want this position at work. I want this relationship. But once you get it, it can feel like, oh, I made it. But the road to success is continuing to use that fuel, that fire, that passion, and using it now to do the next step, the planning, the organizing, the tending, the things that we don't think of when we're trying to strive for our goal. Like, what are you going to do with that degree? What are you going to do with that position? Okay, now you have this relationship you love. Now, how are you going to keep it going? How are you going to, day after day, keep the passion just as fresh as it always was? Because we often don't really want a new relationship or a new position unless it's really toxic. But if it's something we are passionate about, what ends up happening is the fun from the pursuit isn't there anymore. And it's like, oh, it's the same day after day. But no, if you continue to tend that flame, oh yeah, I'm getting Hanukkah, that flame. If you tend to it, if you have faith in it, if you feel it, it can continue to sustain, to burn. But you have to tend to it. You have to see how important it is, because we've got the 8 here, getting it, and then the ace, grabbing it. It's there. It's now lighting you, but you have to continue to light this forward. If you were as passionate about this, it's not that your relationship is dead necessarily. It's not that you've lost the passion for being an artist or a writer. It's that you wanted something, a destination, and you forgot that the journey is what is actually life, what is actually exciting. Because along that journey, you've gotten into a routine versus seeing it as a new day. What are you grateful for that day when you wake up? So then you got the 9 of Pentacles. So you got 2 9s, a lot of energy there about, getting to a place. This to me looks like a basket, and it also looks, it's a well. So your well is over, is very full. You have a lot of energy, but making sure that, and that's interesting because it's Pentacles, it's on Earth. So making sure that you're not using your emotions or your to put out your fire. They can work together. They can create steam. They can create something in the 3D world to continue to power you. Maybe the passion was needed to pursue, and now you're needing steam. You're needing a different kind of energy putting in to keep it going. You're realizing this with the Knight of Pentacles. This is about you're putting the effort into it, the work, the time, and it will be successful, but it's got to be something that you work on. slowly but surely. Relationships are like that. Projects are like that, like putting in that passion, but also replenishing what you need to keep it going. Like the way you're doing it may be getting in the way of of what you're trying to create. So remembering that slow and steady is an everyday thing. Like we can have very passionate times of like when we're really going towards something and putting our full energy into it. But daily, we need to manage that a little better, have more equal, like if you're a runner, you wouldn't run everywhere because you'd be exhausted. If you were a ballerina, you wouldn't do your, go up on your toes and do that all the time because that would be too much. It's too concentrated. So every day just tending to it like a garden, kind of like this, like putting things in a row and making sure they're getting enough water and making sure they get enough air and making sure that you're not, drowning them though. It's like, that equal energy, that sustained energy. If you're doing a marathon, think of life more as a marathon. There's going to be times when you're exhausted and you feel like you can't go any further. And then there's other times where you move forward and you're like, oh, okay, this is a breeze. I'm just coasting along. But if you start sprinting during those times, that you won't be able to sustain yourself. So getting to that, maybe, you got to move really fast to, train, but then you've gotten to the marathon and you need to pace yourself. But, you've got the 10 of Cups. This is complete and utter success and manifestations. So as long as you're keeping your energy tempered and sustainable, but not losing the passion, you will have great celebration. You will have a lot coming in. I think this is beautiful. It's guaranteed success. It is going to manifest. I mean, like, you have so much energy and fire around this, and you're so emotionally invested in it. You are emotionally and passionately invested in this project in your life or in this relationship. It could be family and friends, but whatever it is, making sure that you are staying balanced. The fire and the water here of nines. The fire and water here, these 2 9 energies, keeping it balanced, using them together to create a new way of being. We need the sun and we need water. So keeping that energy in together, and it'll light your way. You are this sword. I mean, not sword. You are this wand, this fire. This is within you. So you always have it. You don't always need to show it in this way. I mean, pull back a little bit. See what other people are trying to share with you, because we have 2 kind of archways here. And so like having that energy to like be passionate about what you like and what you want to manifest, but also being receptive and being open to building a relationship. So each energy can, or the project can take on its own natural course of life. Don't force it, but actually sit back and observe what is working and what isn't, and how to balance the equation. So I love that energy. And if this was your story, great. Come back and I'll tell you another one. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Bye.